New year, same us. We're still here, chugging along. 2018 is in the books. This week on the Walker and Denton podcast, we're going to look back at some of our favorite memories, but more importantly, some of our favorite music that was released in the year 2018. And we're going to take a look ahead to some things we want to see in the year 2019. Roll music. This is the Walker and Denton podcast. Thanks for tuning in this week. The first episode of the year 2018 in the books. Walker is on vacation, but before he went off to New Jersey in the Brooklyn area, he and I sat down and talked about some of our favorite memories of 2018, and more importantly, some of the music that we thought was great, some of the music we didn't think was as great, and some things we want to see moving forward. But before we get into all of that, a couple weeks ago, Walker and I made a wager on the Kansas City Chiefs and Los Angeles Chargers game. I had to wax my leg because of it. Well, that video is now officially live on our YouTube channel. You can go check us out on YouTube, the Walker and Denton YouTube channel. It's our first actual video on the channel, so go leave a like, leave a comment if you enjoyed it. I know Walker had some fun. I had significantly less fun than he did for obvious reasons, but go check that out on the Walker and Denton YouTube channel. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, rate us and review us on Apple Podcasts. Give us a nice, cheerful review. It's a new year. Start the new year off with some positivity, and you can give us 5 stars there as well. Follow us on all our social medias at Walker Aswell on Twitter and Instagram for Walker, and at Denton_Day on Twitter for me, and Denton Day on Instagram. I promise one of these days I will make that consistent, but until then, I got 2 separate handles for 2 different social media accounts. T-shirts are still available, $20. Contact either myself or Walker. Free shipping is still available. We just need to get some of these shirts on body, so contact either Walker or I in any way that you can, and we will get you hooked up with a nice T-shirt. So without further ado, I'm done promoting all these things. We're going to get into some of our favorite memories of the year 2018. 2018 is officially in the books. It is now 2019, the year of promise and the hope that our world will
not end.
That our world will not end and not be as terrible as it is in 2018. It feels like 2018 was a really weird year.
It was the longest, shortest, long, short, long year of all time.
Like, I look back at some of the things that I did in 2018, and I don't feel like that was still in the same year that we are currently in.
Nope.
And I know you graduated. You are officially done with school.
Officially done.
Unless you decide to get a doctorate, which
no,
I don't think
thank you. I don't plan on that.
So what are some of your favorite memories? Because you lived in 2 different places.
Mm-hmm.
You got your first ever career. So what are some of the things that stand out to you about 2018 that you look back fondly on?
Well, I think the biggest thing, the best news of 2018 is LeBron James joining the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, that's the best news of the year?
Yeah, proved to me otherwise.
I mean,
name something better than that.
How much did you pay for that degree?
What?
How much did you pay for that degree?
I don't know where this is going.
Is that not better? Getting your degree, hard work paying off, all those years of torture in school. You know, we went to school for almost 20 years.
I was confused by what you meant by that, but I understand now. Yeah, no, still LeBron going to the Lakers is better.
Fair enough. I don't know if I can argue that if that's where you're going.
Second best thing, probably.
Damn, your year sucked.
That's all I got, dude. Yeah.
Just LeBron James and just graduated. You have a full-time job.
That's cool,
You got a new car.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, too. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, see,
Forgot about a lot of that.
Why do I know more about your year than you do? Quality companion. That's what I'm going to call myself, because I know more about your year than you do.
You're a great friend.
I'm a great friend.
2019 is the year of the pig, in case you're curious.
I don't even know what that means, to be honest.
It's like the Chinese zodiac symbol. It's the year of the pig.
I don't pay attention to American zodiac symbols, let alone those of China.
Bro,
because I know I was I think I was born in the year of the dog. I don't know what that means.
Chinese zodiac.
I still know what that means, though.
You're the dog, bro.
But what?
I don't know. I'm just going to keep repeating it and just be like, yeah, the dog.
Does that mean people here are pigs?
No, I'll look it up and see what it says.
Because I know what zodiac sign I am in the American zodiac.
Year of the Pig 2019, a year of fortune and luck. The pig occupies the last, which is the 12th position of the Chinese zodiac.
Do they also have a Zodiac killer, or is that just America?
That's just Ted Cruz.
Okay.
2019 is a great year to make money and a good year to invest. 2019 is going to be full of joy, your friendship, and a love for all the Zodiac signs. An auspicious year because the pig attracts success in all spheres of life, and pigs also taste really good in a pan on a Sunday morning with some bacon. Well, that is the bacon.
Bacon is a pig.
I really messed that up.
Wait, who wrote the it's a great year to invest?
The ChineseZodiac.org/astrology/Chinese-horoscope-2019 year of the Earth pig /
So what about the Zodiacs telling them that this is a great year for the economy? And is that the American economy or the Chinese economy? I have a lot of questions.
As long as you diversify, you should be all right either way, right?
You know more about money than I do. You have a business degree that you got this year. Business Masters, analytics.
Yeah, come correct. Yes. Come correct, bro.
Sorry, forgive me. The MA, BMA, right?
MSBA.
MSB.
One step short of the NBA, if you ask me.
Oh, just one step?
It's 2 letters difference, but yeah. I was right there, dude. I was right there.
How was that test?
The NBA test?
Yeah, the NBA test. Because Walker did take a test to possibly end up in the NBA. Granted, it wasn't a basketball.
Oh yeah, it was. It was for an analytics job. Let's just say it was probably equally better chance that I made it to the league with my jumper than how that job interview went.
Well, 2018 was the year that you got the hitch out of the jumper, right?
I might have got the hitch out of the jumper in 2018. That might have been a late 2017.
Maybe 2017.
But
have you dunked yet?
No, those days are long behind me. I was closest in 2015 when I wasn't.
No, which was the day that I would spend hours trying to throw a lob to you at the perfect spot where you could dunk it.
I was a lot lighter back then. I wasn't as athletic, but I was a lot lighter. Which would mean I should probably be able to jump higher now by that.
Well, you know what that means.
No.
You have a 2019 resolution.
Oh, throw down the first legit dunk.
Throw down the first dunk and capture it on video for all of your friends to see. It's the perfect plan. And granted, I think New Year's resolutions are stupid.
Why are you hating on New Year's resolutions? It's a time of the year to where people can really, get back to focusing on them and kind of make good on a lot of the personal notes that they've logged over the years and in areas where they want to improve on and get better. And what a better time to start it off than the first of the year? Why are you hating on that for? People want to get better.
For a lot of what you just described, because you're waiting until the first of the year. This is how I feel about New Year's resolutions, right? I think if you come up with them the week before, that's probably a good time. But other than that, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because think about this. Most people will determine a New Year's resolution when? A couple weeks before, maybe a month or two before, they'll start thinking of a New Year's resolution, right?
Right.
So they have that in their mind that this is when they want to start. But if they think about it in New Year's, so let's say you think about it before Thanksgiving, right? You are consistently setting yourself up to disregard that change every single day until that specific time. So when you start your New Year's resolution on New Year's, it's great until you miss one day. And then because you have 2 months worth of putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, you get back into that habit of putting it off. So I don't like New Year's resolutions because they're built to fail. I much more respect the idea of someone just getting in shape or making some sort of positive change in their life in any month of the year, any day. I don't care when it is. If you're making a positive change, I respect that. But if you're waiting solely until New Year's, it's built to fail, and I don't like seeing people that I care about fail. So really, I'm just a great person that just has the edge in this discussion. I think I've made a couple New Year's resolutions.
You probably failed all of them.
And they largely failed by mid-February.
That's because you suck.
It's because I have been built to put it off, just like everyone else who buys a gym membership, and then they get to March and realize, wow, I'm this gym membership.
These next 2 months are going to be brazy at the gym.
Yeah, which it's already bad at the gym now because people are back from college, and now new people are going to get into the gym, and I know
you got to make it through that first 6 weeks.
It's like a battle royal in there. You got 30 people trying to vie for 4 squat racks. Like, man, I'm just trying to get these legs looking right.
You little chicken legs.
I don't have chicken legs. I need more muscular legs. I wish I had chicken legs.
What?
These legs are a little too big.
Oh,
I got too much ass.
you need a slim. You're going for those.
I need to lean.
You need that thigh gap. Is that what you're shooting for?
I need the thigh gap. I don't. You know what? This is going to sound terrible. I don't know what the purpose of a thigh gap is. I don't know why people want a thigh gap.
It's not like it's a functional thing.
Then why do people care so much about a thigh gap?
Because they think it's an aesthetic thing.
Like an aesthetic or an aesthetic?
Aesthetic. It's the same shit. Aesthetic. AETH something. Ends with an S.
Yeah,
aesthetics.
I just hear people pronounce it aesthetic instead of aesthetic.
Well, those people are the ones that fail their New Year's resolutions.
Well, okay. What are your New Year's resolution other than dunk a basketball?
I don't really have any. Don't really make any. I think bench pressing 350 would be really cool.
That's more of a goal than a resolution, though. Like, I'm fine with setting goals for the new year, but resolutions are different than goals. Because a goal is something you can achieve, and
resolution is something that you're just kind of wanting to change.
Resolution is kind of like, I want to lose weight. I'm like, what does that mean?
I'm trying to put on some weight.
See, like, do you have a number though, or do you just want to put on weight?
I'm just trying to get big.
Because you can just eat and do that. Like, that's
trying to turn into like a slab of marble.
Well, that's going to require some surgery because I don't know if you can do that just by bench pressing.
Yeah, no, I don't really have any resolutions. I got nothing, dude. Just New Year, same cool Walker.
Same cool Walker.
Yeah.
Who now, by the end of 2019, will be able to dunk and we'll be able to bench 350. What about CrossFit Games? Aren't you going to the cross? Where's the fitness account?
The fitness account is don't hold your breath for it because only one of us wants me to do a fitness account, and it's not me.
Which is unfortunate because it'd be great. I've seen plenty of other people do it recently that you would be much better at.
I think you should start a fitness account. That would be really cool.
I'm busy.
No, you're not. I literally know that you have plenty of time to do that.
I got a couple things on the horizon. Can't really.
That sounded like I was kind of calling you out. I didn't mean it to be like that.
Couple things
it's not that you're like not doing shit the whole day. I'm just saying you have 2 hours to put to Instagram a day if you wanted to.
But see, I don't have people to film for me.
Hire some. Well, what am I going to do?
You go to the gym 4 deep. We've had this conversation. You go to the gym 4 deep. I go to the gym by myself. I see people, some of whom I would like to talk to, some of whom I enjoy talking to. A lot of people I don't. I don't want to talk to people at the gym unless I really liked you at some point in my life. If I didn't, I don't want to talk to you. So if I avoid eye contact with you in the gym, take it personally.
Oh, New Year's resolution. Be on the lookout for Denton because you're a dick.
Because I'm a dick. 2019 is a year of good luck.
The year of the pig, more like
I'm being a pig in the gym. Don't talk to me. Probably not the best use of pig, but
I was going to say the year of the
all
dick,
men are pigs,
yeah.
but we could do that too. But I mean, there are some people that I do enjoy talking to at the gym, but there are a lot of people that I just don't. And a text can go a long way. If I'm in the middle of a bench press, please don't come up to me and talk to me. That has happened before. I was doing one-legged squats with some of the TRX bands, so like balancing with the TRX bands, doing one-legged squats, and a dude came up to me and started having a conversation. While I'm like,
was it someone you knew?
I did know them, and they are a nice individual, so I wasn't going to be the type of person that just told them to shut up while I was working out. But I also gave them plenty of signals that were not properly read as to
that were, hey, I don't want to talk right now.
Like,
give me
maybe
30
we
seconds.
can wait until I do these 5 squats with both legs before we can continue this conversation that I didn't actually really care about.
New Year's resolution for you is just to be a nicer person.
Just to be a better human being. I've been called a Grinch once or twice.
You look like the Grinch.
That's mostly in respect to the fact that I don't like snow, though.
What?
We've had this conversation.
I don't think we have.
We've had this conversation plenty of times.
You don't like snow?
Not now, no.
Oh, now, okay.
I did when I was 10, but like I work and I'm not on salary, and my work is an hour away. Driving there in the snow is not fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Just being and like shoveling snow, because now I have a driveway again. I hadn't shoveled snow in 5 years because I went to school and then I lived in a place where I didn't have to shovel my own snow. Now I have to do all that again. That's not something I enjoy. Like, it was great in school when you were like 10 in 5th grade and you got days off and you could just go play video games and have a snowball fight and have some hot chocolate. Can't really do that anymore. See, those days were just so
Those are the days. Let's next time there's big snow up in this area, and for whatever reason we both don't have to work, can we have a snowball fight and then play video games and drink hot chocolate?
It depends what video games.
I mean, whatever, dude.
I like COD and GTA were like the
let's throw it back. Let's play some Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2.
We could do a little 1v1 quick scope on Rust.
Quick scope, no scope.
Yeah,
Maybe
throwing knives.
Tack knives. Or not,
we play
not throwing knives.
We could play Mike. Bro, the best was just staying up until who knows what hour of the day playing Michael Myers.
Bro, you know what? Remember when we did that? It was the best part of cross country. Remember when we had those practices at like 4:00 and we'd all get on Xbox at like 1 and we'd play Michael Myers for like 2 hours
like during the summer?
Just during the summer. We'd all just be playing Michael Myers.
And all right,
we'd all
see your practice.
Go to practice, and we just talk about COD at practice.
I'm still pissed at you that you made me do that shit for the 1 year I did it.
It was a great experience. You made great friends that you held with you for a lifetime.
It was the stupidest thing I've ever... literally the biggest waste of time I've ever committed to in my life.
I think there have been plenty of other things that you've wasted your time on.
Not as big of a time commitment as that.
As a time commitment, yes, but towards the end, it wasn't even a time commitment because you would have given up on it. You're like, I'm not going to these stupid ass meets.
Well, that makes it sound like I quit. I just wasn't talented enough to be invited to the meets. It's a big difference.
You got on the first meet though.
Yeah.
But that's just when they had like an A team, a B team, a C team, a D team.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of cool. It got to the point where I but then it was like, oh yeah, let's go to practice and run 5 days a week to then not even do anything cool about it.
It's like, wait, I don't want to do this.
Why am I doing that? And I didn't, oh yeah, this is going to get me in basketball shape for junior year.
Didn't make the team, did you?
Didn't make the team because I didn't have any time to touch a basketball. I had to run the whole time.
Run 5 miles while dribbling. It's great for your handles. You get up and down the court so quick.
No, not really.
I mean, you'd have great control with the ball.
It was still stupid.
Do with a tennis ball. We've seen plenty of people dribble up and down with a tennis ball all the time.
Yeah.
But the meets were great.
Were they?
The atmosphere. I loved them the second half of the year. I just chilled. A little boot on.
Yeah, you fractured your foot. Wait, what did you do? You fractured your foot?
It was a stress fracture. It was a small stress fracture in my ankle, which I still feel sometimes.
My man was running too hard. He just hit the ground too hard.
Ran too much, and I was like, my body's like, you know what? You're not doing this cross country thing anymore. And I said, I agree with you, left ankle.
I bet.
I'm done with this nonsense. Because the bus rides were fun. The actual meet itself, when you weren't running, were fun.
We did have a couple freestyle sessions on the bus.
Exactly. See, that's how I learned about Mac Miller, because we listened to Mac Miller on the back of the cross country bus.
R.I.P. the GOAT.
Because some of the people were cool. Some of the distance kids are weird, but some of us liked good music, and we listened to Mac Miller on the back of the bus. Gang. We don't talk to any of those people anymore.
No.
The only friend that he and I have from cross country that year are each other and Connor. And Connor ran.
Connor was on that team?
Yes.
I literally don't even remember that.
Yeah, he came back one practice bleeding up and down the nose. The coaches were freaking out.
Oh, he did.
Because he ran into a mailbox.
I forgot Connor even went to our high school.
That was the last year he went to our high school. Yeah, he went to the other high school after that. It's because of the mailbox. He lost a fight with the mailbox.
Man, I got to transfer.
I'm done with this.
I got to leave.
Well, we can't talk about the year 2018 without some of the music that we listened to. And you and I are both big music guys, like basically every other human being that breathes. But we also have it's like a Venn diagram of music that we listen to. Like sometimes we meet in the middle, but you listen to some stuff that I don't listen to. I listen to some stuff that you don't listen to. So tell me about some of the best music that you listened to in 2018, albums that dropped the year that you found yourself listening to the most.
Yeah, so out of all the music that came out, the albums that I found in my rotation the most, this is in no particular order either. This is just for me kind of scrolling through my playlist and seeing what was in there. First up, I got Beer Bongs and Bentleys by my man Post Malone. Then I have Activated by T Grizzly. KOD by J. Cole, the Carter 5, obviously. Luca Brasi 3, shout out Kevin Gates. The Last Rocket, Takeoff's solo album, which surprisingly I ran through the other day on a road trip, and I found myself enjoying the Takeoff solo album way more than I thought I would, and way more than Quavo's solo album. Quavo's solo album lasted on my playlist for about a day, and then I deleted it.
Damn.
But on Takeoff's album, he has a Derek Favors bar. He might be the only rapper ever to pull off a Derek Favors reference, and it's like, oh shit, that was kind of hard. So that was good. Then I have Championships by my man Meek Mill, which is been the most recent release, but quickly become one of my favorite albums of the year, and one of my favorite projects by Meek. And then last but certainly not least, and my vote for best album of the year, Daytona by Pusha T, for everything that it was, for everything, music related, but also all the other fun extracurriculars that came with it.
Wait, so you don't have Drake on your top albums?
No, I don't have Scorpion in my top.
I can't help but think that those two things are related.
Somehow related. I mean,
on there, but Drake isn't.
I do enjoy Drake's music.
There's a couple songs on there that I really liked, but then there was...
Yeah, I mean, like, I enjoy Drake. I wouldn't by any stretch say that I am a big Drake fan. I enjoy some of the music that he puts out. I will say that he is on my list for if you look at my top 5 projects of all time, Drake's in there for his Take Care album. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the best albums of all time.
Yeah.
But Scorpions, I it's not in my top list from this year. Daytona also, it was just so effective. It's like 21 minutes long.
Right.
It's a 21-minute long album that legitimately might win. I guess it's not up for album of the year. It's up for rap album of the year.
And it should win. I mean, we're going to get super in-depth on some of the Grammy stuff. And I think Grammys are in February, right? Like first week of February, something like that. So we're going to talk very much in-depth about that, because you are correct. Daytona should win rap album of the year. There's no reason that I can think of as to why it would not. That's also an album that I listen to pretty frequently.
Yeah, that's amazing. Shout out Virginia one time.
Shout out to the 757, man. Pusha T, represent. There's a couple albums that I didn't have written down because I figured you were going to talk about some of them, so I didn't write down the Carter 5 on my list. I've really only listened to the Carter 5 through probably twice.
You love Mona Lisa, though.
There are songs on there that I really like. I like Mona Lisa. I like Uproar. One of the what's it called? One of the final ones, because I found the original sample used, and I like that song. One of the final ones where he talks about the time he shot himself in the chest.
Oh, is it Open Letter or Demons? Hold on, I have it right here.
Let It All Work Out. That's what it is. Let It All Work Out. That I really liked that one.
Yeah, that sample's tough.
And I found the original song.
Who is it? Who is that on the hook?
Hold on.
It's a very familiar sounding voice.
Oh, it's someone you've never heard of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. The sample is called "Indecision" by Sampha. SAM.
Yeah, Sampha's been on. He was on Drake's "Nothing Was the Same" album, maybe.
Okay, so it was someone that I had never heard of before, but I found that, and I really liked that one.
Someone you never heard of.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot you're more of a music historian than I am. I didn't have Champions on here because I've only listened to that one through once, but there are some songs on there that I really enjoy. So some of the songs that I had on there while you're looking up what Sampha was on.
Yeah, he's on Too Much.
It's on Too Much. To be honest, I've never heard that song before. I've never listened to Nothing Was the Same the full way through. Yeah, sorry. I've listened to Take Care of the full way through. Right now, I listen to Nothing Was the Same the full way through. Some of the albums that I liked, Daytona was on there. The Book of Ryan by Royce da 5'9" was a really good album. It came out in like May, which is kind of a weird time, I guess, to drop an album because it's not like a summer banger, but there were some really good songs on it. Nasser, Nas's project, I was a big fan of that.
I listened to it a couple.
There's like 4 songs that puts it on this list.
Okay.
Not for Radio was a fantastic song, and I really liked Adam and Eve also. The Black Panther album was one of the best albums.
Oh, that came out this year. Okay. Yeah, that was fun.
Album was one
it
of
also,
the best albums.
It has the most ridiculous future verse of all time.
On
King's Dead. Where he just starts, I don't even know what you would consider that noise.
I thought that song was going to be in the actual movie, but it wasn't.
A lot of the songs weren't.
No, but some of them were different.
I think the one of the ones with the Weeknd, like the instrumental was on when they show up at the like the nightclub in
You briefly hear
in wherever
the Weeknd's
where
part
they were in
it.
like Japan, I think.
Yeah, when they went to see Ulysses Claw and they tried to cut off Ulysses Claw from the FBI with vibranium. Yeah, they were in that part. One of the songs was in the chase in that part that followed quickly after that
Gotcha.
part. But yeah, a lot of songs weren't on that. But that album was dope. John Bellion just released Glory Sound Prep, which I've listened to probably like 80 times in the past month that it's been out. That one was fantastic. Into the Night by Social Club Misfits. I don't think you've ever heard of that group before, but that album is really, really good. And then Andy Mineo released 2 projects, Arrow and The Sword, which have been nonstop on my rotation. So some of those, like I said, we intersect a little bit.
Right.
And then like I didn't know that Takeoff even had a solo album. I don't know if I've ever heard of that Grizzly Bear fellow that you mentioned.
Grizzly Bear fellow.
Yeah, some of the stuff you said I'd never heard of either.
Honorable mention to Swimming by Mac Miller. It was I really enjoyed the album.
See, I didn't listen to that.
You didn't listen to it?
I listened to a lot of Mac Miller's old stuff when he died.
It was cool. He's always, so you know, a lot of his projects you've been able to tell he's always kind of like each new project is him been like growing and experimenting new things musically, and I thought that Swimming was a really cool just like combination of like he's a heavy jazz influence and
Right.
you really could see just all his different musical influence kind of come together. So I thought it was a pretty awesome project.
Okay, so ready? I'm going to put you on the spot here. I haven't even thought of my answer for this yet, but I'm going to put you on the spot. What you named those albums? Which one was the best for you? That is the question.
Oh, Daytona. Daytona.
The
Yeah,
best.
I thought I said that. Because I said all the others were in no order, and then I said last but not least Daytona. Then I said it was going to win Rap Album of the Year.
Well, I mean, you can still win Rap Album of the Year and not be like your favorite project.
So
Or is that still your favorite project?
I don't know, man. Luca Brasi 3.
Was that by Grizzly Bear? Or was that
That's by
someone else?
Kevin Gates.
See,
Championships by Meek, because I just love Meek. J. Cole's my favorite artist. KOD was good. I haven't really given it a whole lot of burn as I have every other Cole project.
Which have you given more burn, that one or For Your Eyes Only? Because I've listened
For Your Eyes Only for
I
sure.
listened to For Your Eyes Only a lot.
For Your Eyes Only is
like
heavy.
a year after I started to really
It's
listen
heavy.
to it a lot.
Yeah, no, I love For Your Eyes Only. I mean, and KOD's great too. I just haven't really given it a whole lot of burn.
That also came out in kind of a weird time. Because you were at that point,
420.
yeah, you were kind of studying for finals and stuff. Like, there's only one album that's really come out in the month of April that I've really rocked with for an entire year, and that was Damn, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever came out, 2 years ago, year ago. When the hell did Damn come out? 2017.
2017.
So almost 2 years ago. Yeah.
That album. Remember when there was all the like the hype on Twitter that because it came out like the week before Easter. I think is when it was, and there was all like the conspiracy on Twitter that it was going to be like there was some subtle messaging in some of the songs and like in the track list order that there was going to be a double project that then dropped. The second one was going to come out like on Easter Sunday, and like
Dope.
it was all this stuff. And if you listen to everything backwards, that would have been wild.
And you know what was crazy? I can't confirm. I need to find this video, but I think I saw a video where Kendrick didn't confirm that was happening, but he kind of gave like a little response that made you think like we might have been onto something there.
Yeah, that's always interesting. Like it'd be so cool to see because for any artist of that,
I don't know if anyone's
of that
done something
level,
like
but I'm just saying it'd be cool to see all like I guess it'd be cool to see how they react to a lot of the fans saying, like, "Oh, I think he's going to do this." Like, "Oh, damn, they think I'm way smarter than I am." Like, that'd be kind of cool.
But if there's one person that's going to pull
for
something
sure.
like that off, it's Kendrick. And so when he made some sort of comment that I was like, "Were we right at least a little bit there?"
Yeah. Will 2019 be the year that we finally get?
Well, God,
the J. Cole Kendrick project?
I actually listened to that 2 days ago. I was just scrolling through YouTube and the
Black Friday ones
was on there,
bro.
And I listened to it. I was like, I looked at the date and I was like, damn, it's been 4 years. It'll be 4 years by February.
2018 showed us the Carter 5, and that was the other album on that list of like top 5 albums that we'll never get.
Right.
It's like the Chronic 2.
So that, I mean,
Carter 5, and then this collab album. So,
and that segues
possible.
into the next topic because we are in 2019. What are the albums that you want to see? Like that one is pretty high on, I would assume, most people's list. And we know for a fact because Absol, who works with TDE, he made some sort of comment like it's in the works. I think he said, I saw this on, I think it was one of the hip hop websites. They just move like the mafia. So it's in the works. They just move slow and they're going to wait for it. I can't think of a better time to drop an album like that in 2019. A lot of political unrest in the country.
Especially with kind of the trajectory that, not trajectory is not the right word, like the way that Cole's been developing as an artist too. Like the two of them working together now would be
so much different from what it was then,
so much in
the best way possible.
Exactly. Cole with his fucking dreads, and
because he's gotten so much more vocal about things. Like Kendrick has always been a guy that's kind of been vocal about some of the things going on. J.
Cole hasn't always he hasn't always been as explicit with it.
He was kind of a happy rapper to start, which is fine.
But
not happy.
He's still talked about the same things, but more in a story metaphorical sense,
and
not metaphorical, but in a story sense. But yeah, now it's just out there.
It's here. Like this is how I feel about things.
Yeah.
So I feel like this would be. It'd
be a really fun time.
But I don't think that's an album that we're going to get promotion for. To be honest,
no, it would just drop.
I think they're just going to let it go.
Cole's gonna do one of his things where because every once in a while,
Dreamville YouTube page, boom, album.
Because he'll go on these little like Twitter. I don't want to say Twitter rants because that's reserved for
Kanye,
a different rapper. He'll go on little bouts of not being on Twitter for long periods of time, and then just like firing off some quality tweets, and then disappear for another like 3 months on Twitter.
Didn't he say one time that he kind of took the Jay-Z school of hair?
Yeah,
and that he doesn't cut his hair when he's working on stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's changed or if he's just always working so much in the pipeline.
Yeah, I don't know. So that was definitely what album was that?
I think that was right before For Your Eyes.
Was it For Your Eyes?
Between 2014 and For Your Eyes, yeah.
I guess he really hasn't gotten a haircut since then. If that still holds true, I am all aboard.
Yeah, I'm certainly not complaining. But other than that, I mean, there are a couple guys that I want to see. Who are some of the guys that you actually want to see come out with an album that either we didn't have one from this year, or you either want to see them continue what they built on this year, or guys that kind of fell short?
Yeah. Well,
I think we're going to get another Drake album because I don't know if personally, I don't think Scorpion was that good, and I don't know if Drake thinks it was that good. So I think we might get another Drake album of just like rap.
That'd be cool. Obviously, Kendrick coming out with something that'd be fun.
I need another Kendrick album.
We didn't have one this year.
He does technically get a lot of credits for the Black Panther.
Yeah, I guess that what kind of was, but we love those Kendrick solo albums where you just kind of have to figure out what in the world he's talking about. That's honestly some of the most fun that I have listening to music. Is that all right? I'm sitting down, like I know that I'm about to go on an experience,
and I need
to strap in and figure out what story I'm being told right now, what movie I'm about to watch. So yeah, Kendrick. I'm trying to think who else. I mean, Gates dropped a project. Cole. I mean, I'd be cool if J. Cole dropped something every year.
True. Logic.
Next,
swing and a miss.
That's a story for another day. Man, my man. Whew.
I think we need a Joey Badass album.
Ooh. Was that this year?
No, he dropped All American Badass in 2017 because I was still at Liberty when I listened to that. Not a lot of people at Liberty listen to that album.
Really?
I was at Liberty in the gym listening to that
I could imagine that Joey Badass doesn't necessarily fit the listening demographics of Lynchburg, Virginia.
No,
specifically Liberty University.
Specifically that. But there were people that I talked to at Liberty who were big fans of that album. I could see another Joey Badass album coming. I need another Lecrae album. He did a trap album this year. Personally, not a big trap album guy. And for...
Oh, that reminds me. I know my answer.
Decade, not a decade, but for like the past 5 years, all I want is a Lecrae and Kendrick song together. We've been getting teased for years.
I remember, he would always tease about
and
that.
And now, like, at this point, because Chance has kind of developed in that same category, just throw those three guys on a track together, and my whole year will be complete.
That'd be cool. I guess Chance just came out with like a EP. I still haven't listened to it. It's like 3 or 4 songs, I think, this year. Like a full length project by him would be cool, but also I wasn't too happy with anything that Young Thug came out with this year, and I'm a big Young Thug fan. So I would like to see something out of him. Also, I would love to see another solo Future album this upcoming year. He had the collab album with Juice World this year, which was cool. I'd never listened to Juice World before, so it was some exposure there.
He has a couple really. He has at least one. Lucid Dreams, one of my favorite songs of the year. I don't know if that came out this year, but I came upon it this year. That was a really good song.
But yeah, I would like to see some more. If Future comes out with anything close to what he did on Hendrix in 2017. Hendrix is, I think, his best album. Mm-hmm. One where he's like singing a lot on it. It's great. Future just, there's some raw emotion in Future, and you're not expecting to tear up to a Future song, and then all of a sudden, man, going back to Codeine Crazy, he's got some songs that make you just want to tear up and cry, man. But then he also makes you just want to turn up and oof
and get with it.
Multifaceted artist right there.
Other than Cole and Kendrick, because I don't listen too much to collab albums, but what collabs do you want to see in 2019 other than those two? Because until we get a Cole and Kendrick album, those are forever going to be the top two guys that I want to collab every single year.
Collab albums
they're very odd. Sometimes.
They're odd to me. So going back to Future and Young Thug, they came out with Super Slimy in 2017, and being a fan of both of them, like I've
loved
heard
mixed reviews.
I thought it was great, but some of the reviews that I was reading about it. Also, I really don't read a whole lot of music reviews because sometimes to me, music's a very
it's personal.
Like, oh, I enjoy this, so I'm going to listen to it. I really don't care if the masses think it's cool or not.
It's like movies.
But some of the reviews in reading them, it kind of made sense. Like it mostly didn't sound like a Future and Young Thug album. It was either a bunch of Future songs featuring Young Thug or a bunch of Young Thug songs featuring Future. So collab albums can be difficult, I think, from that standpoint. But artists that I would want to see on a collab
because we've got a lot of collab albums that I think largely we didn't really ask for. I remember there was a rumor, we never got this out, but there was a rumor that we were going to get a Drake Kanye album like 2 years ago.
Good luck with that one now.
It's not coming now. But when we were
featuring Ariana Grande.
We were all hyped up it was after a year after Black Friday dropped. So we're all in the mindset of like, we're getting a Cole Kendrick, and then rumors like Drake and Kanye in the studio together. It's like, no, we don't want this. We want Kanye, or we want J. Cole and Kendrick.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm a huge besides Cole and Kendrick. Like, there's not a lot of artists where I'm like, oh, I want to listen to a whole album by them,
right?
Because it takes. I feel like it takes away from, maybe it takes away, but it's just different than a solo album,
right?
I don't know. I think you also. And what's cool about solo albums is you get to experiment a lot, and you can try weird new things.
Right.
And sometimes on a solo album, it doesn't work out as well. Although going back to the Future Thug one, because that's the most recent collab album that I can think of that I really listened to. What was cool about that is that Future kind of kept Young Thug in check from doing too much weird stuff on the track, but Thug pushed Future to try some different things on. So I think people that work together a lot and have that dynamic together would be cool, but I don't know. I don't really actively think about a whole lot of collab albums.
There was one rumor that we never got, which was the Wayne and Drake, but that was a while ago. That was when Wayne was still kind of in his run, where he was just the top guy in the game. And right now, Carter 5 was a great album, but he's certainly not he's not the top guy in the game. Yeah. I don't even know who I would consider the top rapper right now, because we didn't get one product this year from Kendrick. So I still think he's the best rapper in the world, but I don't know if I can put him as the top guy in the game. I don't respect Drake enough to put him in the top 5 in the game. It's maybe me. Top in the game. Sorry. Okay. Maybe Meek. I mean, Meek had a good album. He's sort of the hot guy right now.
Free Meek.
Yeah, we spent the whole year trying to free him. We freed him, and now we got a good album because of it. I don't think Pusha T gets enough credit just amongst the mainstream, but I understand why Pusha T doesn't get credit in the mainstream. He's not a mainstream dude.
And he's perfectly all right with that.
He is, and that's what I love about him.
We could get, it would be a cool album. It would be a full-length Pusha and I guess now No Malice album. His brother.
Oh, believe me, I know who No Malice is.
Reunite Clips. So you get a little Clips reunion tour. Maybe throw a Pharrell on there for all the production.
Shout
out 2002 Virginia rap scene.
I know a lot of people want that, but unfortunately, one of the people that does not want that is kind of essential to making that happen.
Yeah, Pusha T raps about him a lot.
He does, and he will occasionally rap about Pusha T from time to time, but there's a creative clash there that one of them is not going to really budge on, it seems. So,
yeah.
As much as I would love to see both Terrence and Gene get back at it, we're on a first name basis. That's how cool we are. I would love to see those two guys back at it because No Mouse is one of the most underrated rappers ever. No one listens to him anymore because he's not talking about pushing drugs, but I really enjoy his work. He had a really good verse on Lecrae's First Church Close.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite songs still to this day. His verse on it was just fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm remembering that verse.
Yeah, I've tweeted I've posted that song on Instagram on my Instagram story.
Now playing.
Although it's actually not on Spotify, I think for sampling reasons, I would imagine. But it was a dope verse. So that would be a fun collab that I think a lot of people would really enjoy.
Yeah.
Other than that, any other people you want to see? I'd like to see a new NF album. He didn't drop one in 2018.
New who?
NF. You've heard a couple of his songs before.
Okay.
They kind of get played around from time to time. I think that's all the albums I'd like to see in a year.
Yeah.